In the words of Leslie Jordan, what y'all doing? Welcome back to Zay Gaming. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today, as I always say. And right now we just started again. We got an exorbitant amount of medium density happening, and it's just not the time for medium density. I'm showing you where I'm going to put a new town. I'm going to call it Miss Osceola. She's always going to be Miss Osceola. Over there is Briar Ridge. We're trying to scout out what we're going to do over here. What's the reasoning for over here? So eventually we're going to put a rail yard over here, or excuse me, a railroad right here. Put a little town, and I'm going to clear out those trees so that way we can get some agriculture and just a little bit of industry. Put a little shop right here because, you know, people are traveling up and down the road in their little horsies because, you know, again, I'm pretending like this is 1800 and something, you know, especially before 1850. So agriculture is a big part of this, and gotta have my little shops on the long journey. There go Briar Ridge. Kind of seeing what I'm gonna do with that land behind Briar Ridge. Maybe do a little bit of an expansion, and then you know, maybe put some more cows and agriculture behind there. That seems like a good deal right there. Got a couple of houses out here, folks that can work. Oh, large village. Got my large village going on in this episode. Now, you're wondering why I'm doing a voiceover and just a little bit of a sped up video sequence right here. My audio has messed up on all of the sequences, all the videos that I have, right? No, actually, I'm sorry, this is Osceola. But anyway, and it's just better to go back and voice over and do a little speed run, because I mean, I know what I built. So I'm just gonna do it like this until I can figure out the issue with my microphone. My microphone works great, especially when I do voiceovers. However, some reason when I do a screen recording, it doesn't want to catch my mic, and it wants to go back to the microphone on the computer. So I'm gonna work through that issue as soon as I get caught up, because I did record a lot of footage before I went. I recorded a lot of footage before I started posting. So and then some of the stuff that I was saying, it was kind of referring to things that kind of happened a little while ago, which doesn't make sense chronologically in real time. So right now I'm putting down some cotton fields, and I'm gonna put my windbreaker trees beside them. I think I chose a little birch just to switch it up here. See a nice cute little hill right there. I don't know why I just added that one little tree, but I did. Checking out the viability of some more agriculture, and I guess I'm gonna put some stone right there. Well, never mind, I'm not doing stone. I'm gonna do some wheat. Now I chose wheat in this instance because I'm needing some wheat and grain production in the city at this time to export and to consume. So as you continue to go on and go through the subsequent episodes, you're gonna see I'm gonna have an exorbitant amount of commercial. I do know in this game there's a lot of commercial that gets consumed, and commercial is going to be a big reason why I eventually go in and tax a lot of my industry, because I have a lot of industry, and then I don't have so much demand in industry anymore. And my unemployment in this game it's very low, and you know, low unemployment is great for the people. However, a lot of businesses can't hire the talent that they need. So, you know, the businesses suffer, and then they're less productive. So you want to keep your unemployment between maybe 2 to 5%, which is pretty healthy. That seems like natural unemployment. Eventually we're going to put a welfare center just in case folks are unemployed for those reasons, but I'm going to try to keep as many people moving in as possible to balance that number. This game is more so less about demand and more so about your job market and your production, which I do like. It's more realistic. So, but yeah, putting some more farms down, giving some folks some jobs out here to give Osceola a reason to be here. And again, eventually I'm going to put a train station out here, and then I'm going to go out and put a couple of little pieces of industry so I can get a lot of those resources, those raw materials produced and refined, so they can get either consumed by the city or then get exported. You know, you got to have some good exports in your local economy, so so your local city can have some good monies, bring some good commerce into the place, and so it can grow. Now again, just to go back into in the time in the chronology of kind of what we're pretending this is. Again, we're pretending this is in the 1800s, and as I reiterated before, Tennessee is a slave state in the early 1800s, and agriculture, especially in the South, is a big is a big market. It's a big producer, and that's a big part of the economy. My twist in Tangeles, and typically how I've been building in Cities Skylines, is that I take that and I modernize southern cities a lot earlier with industry, and I industrialize and create industrial centers, so that way the economy can diversify quickly. They can refine the raw material, and then they can sell them themselves, and you get higher feedback for for the local economy. And I'm down here looking and see what I want to put down on the southern Coasati River. I did name it, by the way. It is the Coasati River. The Coasati Native Americans were in this part of the southern middle part of the state, as well as the Cherokee, the Yuchi, the Choctaw. They were all kind of meeting together in this place. I think I said Yuchi, right? Yeah. But putting a little shop down here. Got my little shops going. Again, this is going to be, all this over here is going to be called, eventually it's going to be called Coasati City. I think I called it Anthony Hill at first, which, is a more accurate name of what this would be in real life, because I like the name Anthony Hill. Very strong in tone, Mediterranean, Latin, whatever. I'm weird. Clearing out the trees, like I said before, I'm cleaning out the trees because when you put a lot of trees on your map, it kind of tanks your performance. And I got a pretty decent system here, but a lot of those trees, again, tank the performance. I guess it's trying to render all of the 8 different ages of the trees, and it can be annoying, but I kind of appreciate it a little bit. That way you don't have all the trees at the same size, and I appreciate that. Putting a couple of shops for the weary travelers coming on about here, and then I'm gonna put some agricultural over there, some cotton, some wheat, and eventually I'm gonna put this nice little house on top of a hill. And we're gonna assume that that's the family that owns a lot of that land out there where all of that agriculture is. So I like a good house on the hill, because I grew up on the side of a hill. Daddy put cows on the top of the hill, and we was living off in the forest on top of the hill with cows. I don't think you can get more country than that. I purposely painted a lot of fertile land along the river because that's realistic, right? A lot of the sediment that comes off of these hills run down to the river, and the river floods, and when the river floods, it deposits all the sediment. You got a lot of flat land on the river, so it's a lot of fertile soil, so it makes sense, and that's how it realistically is back home. And then when you get up more and higher in karst and hilly elevation, you tend to see more livestock farming, and you got the soil is a little bit more rocky, so that makes sense. Putting my windbreakers, because I love my windbreakers, and I'm still kind of practicing with what I want my farms to look like, and to try to diversify the look of the farms, just because I don't want it all to be brown. And I'm hopeful that Colossal Order brings out more options with what farms are going to look like eventually. But yeah, I'm going to put my little productive farms here and there, and then I try to break it up with little green spaces here and there. And I think that soon maybe I'm going to put some orchards in there, put some rows of trees, to make it look like I got a little bit of either an arboretum or an orchard, and make it look all nice. And I'm thinking about replanting some forests in between the properties. All the massive clearing kind of does leave it a little naked. So I did see some examples on other YouTube, on other content creators videos, and I really like it. I really like the idea of just kind of spacing the agriculture out. I do want a lot of agriculture, and I want a lot of reason for there to be people that lives off in the county. As you can see, I'm losing money. And I'm trying to get my residential zones to create more demand. I'm having struggles with getting low density folks to move into the city, just because everybody wants the medium density, and it's getting on my nerves. And I hope that's a bug. I know we had the issue at the very beginning that it was all low density, and then now it's all medium density. And I'm hopeful they get that all bugged and patched up. And now we got mods, so I'm hopeful that the mods can remedy a lot of the issues that that the game has. It is unfortunate that they have to kind of step into that role, but we do have to understand that Colossal Order is a smaller development firm, and with that, they have limited resources, and so it is kind of nice that the community does step in and then help them out with bugs and such, in mod for the interim, and then they go in and patch it as we continue to send reports in. Right now, what you're seeing me do is I'm expanding the grid out just a little bit, and I put a high school and an elementary school right by that cemetery, and I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm going to zone and where I'm going to zone it. Got my low density single family housing and getting zoned, and I have no demand, so they're not going to sprout up right now. Just kind of looking around and seeing what's going on. And, eventually, as you see, the city kind of sits in an orientation where it's northwest, southeast. That's the main orientation of the grid because it's facing the river. Eventually, I correct the grid. As you see, I expand the grid going northward, and I'm going to expand it going north, and it's going to run parallel to that road that's going out to the northeast, and it eventually turns north. So as you can see, I put up the rail station, trying to see where I'm going to put it at, and see what's going to be the most advantageous place to put it. I am going to put it where I was kind of mousing a little bit, right there, and create a little rail hub, and then I'm gonna have a lot of rail lines that's gonna be coming in and out, because that's gonna be the main reason why Tangeles is going to expand. It's a main rail hub. When you got a lot of trains coming in and out to a lot of different places, you can put a lot of industry right there, and it makes shipping goods cheaper to a lot of different places, and that in turn creates commerce and people wanting to move in, and it gives you more income so you can place more services, so people will be more happy. So a positive feedback loop. Again, you have to have a reason why a city is going to be here and why it's going to grow. Okay, so I'm coming up on the end of this at 13 minutes, but thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I think my cat's turned on my TV, so but I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.